You are now listening to Artists at Work.
Artists at Work.
Artists at Work.
Welcome back, everyone, to another season of Artists at Work. I'm your host, 1AM, and I wanted to start the season off with a special guest, Brock the Kid.
Yay! What's cracking? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited because I've never really actually sat down with you and talked, really.
We didn't even talk when you sent me the song.
Yeah.
You literally hit me up. You're like, hey, I got a song. And you sent it to me. And I'm like, all right,
and
I can do this.
And that was years ago, too.
Oh, I was like 17. I think I was a junior in high school.
And I'm 27 now. So
that's crazy.
So I remember, I was trying to remember with Isaias, where did we meet? And I'm pretty sure it was at Cafe 152. Right, where you were working there?
Oh, the burger spot. Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he had gone in and he wanted to advertise my cards with my music and shit. And I think one of your friends was also working the front. Yeah. And then he was like, "Yo, my homie raps in the back. You guys should link." And then I think that's just how it went.
That's so crazy. That's so crazy.
But we never really
I didn't even know about that.
You know. Yeah, so
I also have a very bad memory.
Now we're here. It's okay. But I was trying to, because I always try to remember how I know you know.
I literally you sending me the song is my first memory. I swear. I don't know. I don't even know how it happened.
Fucking what song was that?
It was
Let Him Know.
Let Him Know. I was gonna say it started with an L.
Okay.
Yes.
So for everyone who doesn't know who you are, go ahead and give them a background of who you are, where you're from.
All right. Well, I was born in San Jose, but grew up in Gilroy my entire life. Started writing music when I was in 6th grade. I would write rock and roll songs, because my dad had a bass guitar. So I would write rock and roll songs. And then 8th grade hit and I got into drugs. No, tough. I was an idiot. I was smoking, drinking, pills, all that shit. And then freshman, sophomore year was bad. Then junior year hit and I ended up having to move out of my house, and then I ended up on the outskirts of town, in living in an RV. For the rest of my in high school, I was living in some shitty ass RV, didn't have a lock, fucking shower wouldn't work all the time, fucking leaks in the roof and shit. But when I was in that RV, RIP, my grandpa passed away, so my mom came into a bunch of money and bought me everything. Paid for my $1,000 Apollo, paid for my $1,200 mic, paid for I bought my computer, but paid for everything else, all the little bullshit equipment I needed, everything. And then from that day on, I just started fucking recording every day, whether it sounded like shit or not. And then one day I was with my lady, and she was like, let's move to LA. And I was like, let's fucking do it. And then I moved there, life hit the fucking fan, and now I'm back here and I'm ready to go insane. That's a very brief story. I could go on for days.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, damn. Well, shit. You're not in an RV now though, right?
No, okay. No. Fun story about the RV though, actually, is I used to work in a warehouse making signates and epoxies for airplane parts.
In Morgan Hill, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was called, I don't forget what it's called now, but it was called 10K. And it baffled me you didn't need a college degree there, because shit blew up if you didn't do it right.
Okay.
It was insane. But anyways, I had to get up at 1 a.m. every morning.
Hey.
I had to get up at 1 a.m. every day, and I'd get to work by 2, and I wouldn't leave till 1 p.m. So I was there all the fucking time. And one day, I wake up at 1 p.m. and my RV is it's basically raining in my RV. So I called in and I was like, yeah, I'm not coming in. Fucking, there was a warehouse in the front of the property that I lived on, and I took, my dad had a box truck. I drove it over to the front of the double doors, and I must have spent like 8.5 hours unloading that whole room. I'm talking Lazy Boys, big ass speakers taller than me, like by myself. Like I was like, this isn't happening. I have like fucking $5,000+ worth of equipment in this RV. I'm not leaving until everything is secure.
Yeah.
So what is it? It's probably like 9 a.m. now, and I finally have the room clean. So then I start loading hella shit into the box truck. And mind you, it's pouring rain, by the way. Pouring rain. And like all my equipment is like compromised. Like literally, like this is where my computer was, and the fucking leaks like right here. But like bad. So but that I'm glad that happened, because that's how my studio came to life. Because I turned that little warehouse into 2 different rooms. I made one a bedroom, I made one a studio, painted the walls, built a booth. I was charging people for studio time, like doing all that shit. And then my dumbass thought it'd be a good idea to move to LA. I mean, it was at the time, like me and my girlfriend were dead set. She wanted to go to fashion school. I wanted to do the music thing. But like I had no idea how like hard life was gonna hit me. And then when shit started going bad, I was beating myself up, because I'm like, you left a fucking whole ass home studio, like had everything. And when I moved to LA, sold my computer, I had all my plugins on a hard drive, lost them all. Over $10,000 worth of plugins lost.
Wait, but you can't hit them up with your account and be like, yo,
Not
I
with
lost
the way
it.
I got them.
Gotcha.
It hurt. It hurt really bad. Damn. That's another reason I stopped recording, because money was hurting so bad I couldn't even get cheap studio time.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. So, but honestly, like when I sit and talk about it, like it's like refreshing, because I'm like not dealing with it anymore.
Yeah.
So like it's almost like, fuck
I
you.
can empathize though, because like when I first started though, like I didn't have a computer. So for Christmas, my aunt gave me her laptop. But she didn't tell me that it had a bunch of fucking viruses from porn and shit. So like
that's horrible.
That laptop, like my cousin hooked me up with FL. He was like good with like getting free shit.
FL,
free shit.
It's the best.
So I had a lot of projects on there, and it just fucking crashed, and everything was gone. So like it just made me, after that I was like really sad, but it just made me go harder. I'm like, okay, whatever, fuck that. I'm just gonna keep going, and then I just kept dropping.
That's what it's all about.
But damn, like I can totally empathize on that.
That's literally what it's all about. I don't think people understand that. Like I was just saying about JB, like you never know what people are or have been through.
Yeah.
It's insane, because you could look at someone, they could be well dressed, whatever. They could have been homeless last week.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's like when it comes to music, you can't just make a dope ass song, and it could be a dope ass song. Like I have multiple songs, like personally, that I'm like, wow, really? They're not big, but then it's like, no, you just got to keep going.
Yeah.
It's never the right time. There's never the right time,
dude.
Like
it's crazy too. I think it just needs to be placed in the right years. That's the only thing. Like really.
And you only want all that, like, I guess fame and like all the success when you're ready for it.
Yeah.
You don't need it when you want it. You get it when you're ready for it. I don't know. That's for me. Like I believe in like karma, and like the universe will like, do what it's supposed to do for you. And I think, time. That's all. You just need to keep going. No matter what goes on. Like I was saying, there were days I wanted to fucking jump off a cliff, but never once did I thought I would ever like be done with music. I've said it all the time. I don't care if I'm fucking in a cubicle at 55 years old. I can promise you I will probably still be making music.
That's what's up. From when you did like start, so how many years is that of you just making music?
So technically the first song I recorded was a funk volume contest.
Okay.
In like 2016 at this studio out on Rucker.
Okay.
And it was horrible. But I loved it. My dad loved it. It was great. And then like, in between that, the whole RV situation had came, and then my mom came into money, and I was hella into music, so she bought me all my stuff. And I was like halfway through my junior year in high school, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So I was probably like 17, moved at 19, and then stopped making music for like 2.5, maybe 3 years. So like collectively, like I've been making music in total for about 4 years consecutively, and then I have like 3 years in between that where it's like I wasn't doing shit.
Okay.
But and I put an emphasis on the whole like break because like I hardly wrote music at all. So like I just like
it wasn't even on your mind, really?
No.
Okay.
Quitting was never on my mind though. But I just had way too much shit to focus on.
Mm-hmm.
Like fucking 2 jobs, 7 days a week.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Fuck that.
That's a lot.
It was horrible. Anyone who thinks think they're ready to move to LA, if you don't have at least 10 bands in your account, you ain't ready. I pinky promise you right now.
I believe you.
I pinky promise you.
I have friends that 2 friends that moved to LA with expectations. So they had a little backstory about them. They had a whole community thing kind of going.
Mm-hmm.
They used to have shows at their house. Mm-hmm. That's kind of like how I started like performing a lot and getting my name out there. It was because of them. Tight. And they had actually a studio in Santa Cruz that I ended up also taking over while they went to pursue their dreams in LA. And well, it's hard. Mm-hmm. It really is hard. I think one of the friends actually has found success in like an internship, I think, at a studio. So he's like an audio engineer. So he's doing some stuff.
That's dope.
And the other friend, I think she's dealing with some stuff, came back over here. So it's definitely hard. Like I think LA, if you don't have the money, if you don't have like the resources, you're probably going to be sleeping in your car.
Definitely.
For a little while.
I was. U-Haul, Motel 6, 2 weeks was the wackest 2 weeks of my life. But you know what ruins everything? Straight up? Expectations.
I was gonna ask you that.
Ruins everything. I hate expectations. That's probably besides shushing me, I hate being shushed. But like my biggest pet peeve, I think, is expectations. Anytime someone gets mad, it's because they expected something. When you plan a trip and something goes wrong, you're pissed off because you planned it and you expected things to go to plan. When you're in a relationship and certain shit isn't done and you get mad, 99% of the time, it's because you expected it.
Yeah.
You can't, like, at least for me, and I be getting mad at like dumb shit too sometimes, but like I always try to tell myself, like, the more you expect, the more you're going to drive yourself insane. Like, that's why I was saying, like, it's all about time with the music shit. Because if I'm expecting the next song I make to go big and I drop it and I get like 100 plays, 75 plays in 7 days, that's going to crush my ego so hard. But if you can just be humble and be real with yourself and just let time do the talking, you know, then that's really all that matters. But anytime you expect anything, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to go how you expected it. Like, and that's just the cold hard truth. There's nobody on this earth that could tell you anytime they expected something to happen, it happened. It's not facts. Yeah.
Unless you're fucking not LeBron James. Michael Jordan, he's like, I'm gonna go this way, and then he does it.
Yeah,
but yeah. We're not that, but
shout out him.
Okay, I have like a perfect kind of like not setup, but I have a perfect like question kind of towards what you just said.
Love it.
But it's like, it's kind of starting back. So when you first started making music, what were your goals and your dreams and your aspirations and your expectations starting music?
My initial goal was I want to be like Wiz Khalifa.
Okay.
I swear to God, like that is my idol right there. I look up to that man in every way. He's dope as hell. But aside from that, because I was smoking before I started rapping, so that's why I fell in love so much with Wiz. Because I always thought, like, I smoke weed a lot. I don't really, I smoke weed and have like a difficult life. What else am I going to talk about? Yeah. Then I hear Wiz rapping and I'm like, oh, like I heard Mesmerized and I fell in love with rap music.
Okay.
You know, like Mesmerized is like that one song that it's like, that's what got me into rap. And when I started to want to make music, the main thing besides wanting to be like some cool dude like Wiz is like, I want to be able to like help my family and just not worry. Like, I don't care about the fame, honestly. I care more about like, and it's not even the money. Like, I don't want a shit ton of money. I just want to be able to help my people. I don't need to be like, um, like, I want a big ass house for sure. Like, I want a nice backyard for like motherfuckers to come. Like, let's have 50 people over. I'm gonna have a barbecue. But like, I don't need like some 17-room house with like a fucking 18-car garage, some crazy shit, 5 different houses over here, there, and there. Like, I just want to be able to help my people. That's literally all. Like, and I want to live financially free. Obviously, who doesn't?
Yeah.
But I wanna be able to help my people, and I want people to relate to my music because I know that nothing I say is fake. Like, I'm not gonna drop names, but you know, nothing I say is fake. Like, I promise. You can go fact check me on anything I say, and I feel like honestly, for a lot of people, you cannot say that. That a lot of people, they're lying. So that's another thing that I've always wanted is for like people to have someone who like dead ass 110% truly does not lie.
Yeah.
Like, and that's huge because in rap, like music in general, people are supposed to connect and feel, you know, but it's like, how am I gonna connect to a song I've been connecting to for the past 10 years to find out that my favorite rapper was lying in half the song? Then it's like, I can't listen to that shit the same anymore because I thought I was connecting with someone who went through that shit.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot of that happening too.
Exactly. So
especially with like the Gen Z. Are you Gen? I think you're Gen Z.
I'm 99.
Oh, wait.
No, I am. Fuck.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
It's
but
98,
like,
97 like is the cutoff for the millennial, right? Yeah, I'm not a Gen Z.
It's okay. But yeah, I definitely see that. I definitely see that shit happening like a lot. Like,
yeah,
I'm just like, why?
Puts me in my head for sure. I just start thinking, going crazy.
But okay, so from that, you know, and your girl was like, let's move to LA. What expectations did you have for LA?
Not to be homeless. I'm just kidding. But for real though, my expectations for LA, I truly didn't have any. And I think that's part of the reason why I never gave up on like the idea of making music, because I didn't go to LA thinking I was going to make it the next day.
Okay.
I didn't go to LA thinking I was going to make friends. I didn't go to LA thinking it was going to be easy. But I also didn't go to LA thinking that I wouldn't make any friends and it would be hard. You know? The shit was, the first like couple days I was so excited. But then like the next day was the same as yesterday. And the day after that was the same as the day before.
I think it also depends where you are in LA too.
I was honestly, no, I'm gonna like, so I've kind of moved in the same little like 4-mile radius. I've lived in 3 different places in LA. One was on like Western by this like Chick-fil-A, which is like basically in the Hollywood area. Then I moved like up the street in Little Armenia on Hollywood. And then I moved like 5 streets down to where I'm at now on Western in Hollywood in Thai-town. And I'm in a pretty dope spot, honestly. But I think personally, no offense to people in LA, because people from LA get really offended by this, but it's just the truth. People from LA are fake because 90% of the people who are in LA are not from LA, and they're trying to be someone they aren't. And the people who are from LA that you meet and you talk to, they're cool as hell. Like, they're super cool. But like, when I say people in LA, I don't mean people from LA. I mean people in LA.
Okay.
Like, you can tell who is from LA by the way they drive, by the way they just walk down the street, and you can tell who isn't from LA. And like, it's almost like now I know the type of energy I'm gonna get just by looking at the person, and it's not me stereotyping. I have just like, I work on Fairfax, so I'm around so many different types of people all the fucking time, and like, I sometimes, I swear, I don't even have to ask. Like, there are certain people that I've met and we'll be talking, and I'm like, you're from the Bay, huh? And they're like, yep. I'm like, yep, I could see that. And it's just like,
yeah.
and again, like no offense to people from LA, because I know the people born and raised in LA are cool. I've met enough for that to be a fact. But like people from LA, like they can't deny the fact that there is so much like fakery going. I can't think of a different word. Like nobody is, but I also, that's one thing I did expect is fake people.
Okay.
You know, because everyone's trying to change themselves. Everyone's going to LA to be something that they're not.
Yeah, they're trying to make it like
exactly.
New York kind of.
So, you know, like at the end of the day, I think going to LA with no expectations was the best thing I could have ever done. The only other expectation I had is actually to have $10,000 in my bank account before I left.
Yeah.
But me and my lady jumped the gun. We were so excited, found a place really easy, and I came to LA with $700. Not even enough for the first month's rent.
Wow.
So
you
stupid.
Took the risk, though,
so stupid, but so worth it, because where we're at now is tight. Really tight. It's worth it. Even though I'm not like up there with the music, like it's cool. Like I'm managing right now. I'm making good money. I'm able to get the ball rolling again. And like, honestly, I'd rather be where I'm at now than like probably still partying with all my homies. Like,
yeah,
I probably would have been one of the people to be like, yeah, I'd love to be on the podcast.
Yeah, and then
never
up.
pull up. Just like the message.
Tim.
You know? So it's like, honestly, moving away was huge just on like the maturity. Like, totally changed me. Made me look at life a lot.
I think I can kind of agree on that, because I never knew you. But I guess for me, not to like judge you, but you kind of gave that off of like, you're just like a bro dude, and like,
no, definitely.
And it was just like, oh yeah, like it was kind of like an ego thing, because I followed you on your YouTube, so I would, you know, just check in because I want to support locals, but I could get the vibe like, okay, I don't know if we'd be able to sit together for a while, but
I mean,
you're kind of blowing me away because you're fucking smart and you're very down to earth. So I'm just very like happy because I came in with no expectations.
Hey, there you go.
I'm like, I'm just gonna talk to this dude about music.
There you go. I'm gonna get no expectations tatted on me. Watch. That'll happen
Make sure
one day.
It's spelled right.
Yeah.
No regrets.
Yeah, right. But honestly though, back then though, I was definitely on that. Like, didn't give a fuck. Like, I would go to school barred the fuck out, and if I didn't have bars, I would fucking I was having fun in high school, you know what I mean? But not really. But I was always able to like I had like B's and C's in school and shit. I went to school every day, even though I was fucked up. I would go to school and leave early if I didn't want to be to school, but I literally never did not go to school. Like, I damn near had perfect attendance. I would leave
and you
early a lot.
Graduated too.
Yeah, I graduated with an F.
What?
Yeah. Fun fact. I just didn't need the credits for that class, and they wouldn't give me a free period. So I talked to my counselor, and she's like, "You don't need it. Just don't tell anybody." And I'm like, "Oh, all right, cool." Like, she said, "Don't tell anybody I told you," you know. And I was like, "All right, bet." So like, I'm gonna walk the stage with a 0%. She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "All right," and I totally dogged AVP. Which I should have dogged woodshop and not AVP. Stupid. But my drug addict ass was just like, oh, woodshop's way easier. Let's drop AVP. Because audio and video would have been huge for me. But I threw that out the window for sure.
Then he would be paying. No shade to, to Rob. He's excellent. But I'm just saying, awesome, like, sometimes it's like really expensive. Just like,
no, yeah, exactly.
I want it, but it's like sometimes you just gotta DIY it.
No, exactly. And I love DIYing. And I also love working with people, so it's a 50-50 for me, honestly. Like so I stopped being able to mix myself, obviously, because I lost all the plugins. But my boy Jake, illustrious Ill Intent Studios in LA, hit him up. He's a fucking man.
Hey.
But like, I love the way this dude mixes me, and he was a fan of my music. He came to my studio before he started mixing, and I mixed him a few times. So he just knows exactly how, like, I like my voice.
Came full circle.
Exactly. So, like, 50-50. Like, I'm so down to do it by myself, but I will not hesitate to work with someone if the vibe's right.
Hell yeah.
It makes no sense. Makes no sense not to. At the end of the day, like, give me a really good reason why you can't work with me, or you're just kind of either being lazy or you don't fuck with me and you're not being upfront about it.
Yeah.
So, especially in music, man, it's fucking, you know, my dad used to always trip out. Why do you have people on your songs? Why do you this? Because he would always like look at music as like a band. Obviously, bands don't collaborate. That's not normal. Like,
Yeah.
there have been some, but that's not a normal thing.
Right.
But for artists, that's the thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, collaborating is huge. You can make some of the best songs in the fucking world are collaborations. Right. You know? So it's just, mixing it is beautiful. There's no reason to always only do everything by yourself. If you ask me, you're never gonna get your best self, like whether it's music, whether you're a movie writer, director, actor, whatever. You're not gonna reach your full potential just trying to do everything yourself.
Right.
You're gonna need people to either praise you and let you know that, wow, your fucking idea was amazing, because sometimes you have self-doubt.
Yeah.
But then you also need people telling you like, yeah, bro, let's go back to the drawing board, or like, or like, hey, maybe you should say this instead of that in that fourth line. Like, and some people are too stubborn to listen to other people.
Yeah.
And then some people are so big-headed that when you compliment them, they, you know, it goes to their head.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's no shame in trying anything. That's why I will never hesitate, you know?
Okay. So I'm gonna throw some collabs at you then.
Hell yeah. Throw them my way. I got you.
All right. So speaking of that, like first and foremost, do you consider yourself an independent artist? Like, you're signed? You're not signed, or
no?
You signed?
I'm not signed. The only thing for me is you know, obviously I can't engineer myself right now, but one thing that kind of like gets to me, but like I've tried so many times, and it's like it scrambles my brain, is like I cannot make my own beats. Like, I cannot. I've sat and worked with my boy Ryan Loomis. He produced my whole In My Head Part 2 EP.
Okay.
But I sat there with him and I picked all the sounds.
Okay.
I'm sitting there watching him like, dude, you make this look so fucking easy. But then when I go and try, nope. So yes, I'm an independent artist, but like, it kind of grinds my gears personally that I can't truly make my own song 100% yet, at least.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like the day will come, but as of right now, like, with how many times I've tried, it's just like I need to focus on just getting songs out and putting my lyrics on the music, no matter whose it is, rather than trying to like be a perfectionist.
Yeah.
'Cause that's another thing that'll fucking kill an artist.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
nothing's ever perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing. You're gonna listen to a song that you recorded a year ago and you're gonna be like, damn, I should have said that.
Yeah. Oh, that, but it's also the same with like mixing engineering. Like,
oh yeah.
I've mixed so many songs and I'm like, I am to the point where I'm just like, okay, 5 or 6 times I can't push it anymore. Like, just throw it out there. Just fucking throw it out there, whatever, who cares. But yeah, being a fucking perfectionist is like, you're the
really
person
annoying,
like
right?
holding you back.
Yeah, no,
really.
it really is annoying, because okay, like my song Cruisin', I fucking hated that song.
Really?
I hated that song. Do you know how many people called me crazy because I hated that song? That was my first music video, right?
Yeah.
I was not going to do that song. I had 4 songs. That was at the bottom of my list.
Wow. But that was the most popular one.
Everyone, I hadn't even dropped it yet. It was just like my whole circle, even Rob.
Oh shit.
Like, no, do Cruisin'. And I'm like, really? And they're like, yo, post it on Snapchat so they know what I'm doing. And I'm like then it kind of started hitting me where it's like, okay, no, like, not that people can like relate to that, but everyone's using Snapchat. Everyone uses Twitter. You know what I mean? So it's like, at first I was like, I don't like the way it sounds. I'm kind of rapping slower than I like to, but everyone loved it. So I dropped it. No fucking promotion. It almost has 30K on SoundCloud and I think 22 on YouTube.
Okay.
No promotion. So I mean,
that
again,
speaks volumes for sure.
Yeah, that like there, I think that's proof right there that like, hey, you're not even gonna like everything you do, but someone else might. I guess fucking 50,000 people did for me. Like,
that's what's up.
I mean, yeah, that's the beauty of music, art in general, actually.
I agree. But yeah, I mean, you don't have to be, as an independent artist, you don't have to do everything yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
you're
having a
right.
team. I mean, there's a lot of artists that now they're signed, but starting they had, you know, a team working together. And that's kind of like, I guess what I want to bring up is like, talk to me about Do What I Want and The Lost Boys.
Thank you. All right,
Yes.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
So Lost Boys, unfortunately, really isn't a thing anymore. You know, my boy Elijah, he moved to Georgia. He has 2 kids, doing great, by the way. Beautiful family, kicking ass and work. Good for him.
Hey, blessed.
My boy Jay Sean, he I'm pretty sure he's managing at Verizon, at one of the Verizons. I'm not too sure where he lives. I know he has his own apartment. He's doing great. My boy Austin Lauber, haven't talked to him. Hey, Austin, we still have a whole ass EP that we need to drop. Shit's fire. Trust me, the shit's insanely fire. It hurts that I haven't dropped it.
I believe you.
and then my boy Richie, who lives in San Jose now, you know, has apartment with, like, I think his boy. He just works all the time. He made a beat for me that's gonna be on one of my new projects, but like, last time he told me he's not rapping anymore. He's only making beats. So Lost Boys is kind of dead, unfortunately.
They're lost.
But yeah. But it was awesome. You know, the GBA Cafe, we packed that shit out. There's a video on YouTube of people like damn near out to the corner because it was so packed. And then the very next week, we sold out the atrium at the Catalyst, like the small room. That shit was cool as fuck. But then, yeah, after that, like, literally after that show, like a week later, it just kind of like, like, it slowly stopped.
The momentum, yeah.
Do What I Want was me fully.
Okay.
So Do What I Want, when I started making music, it was CGS. So all my boys, we were in like a crew. But I was friends with a lot of older homies too, and they, you know, CGS, Cali Goon Squad, and I was like, I love these guys, so I'm like, I'm at their house all the fucking time. Shout out Mamas, I'm at Mama's pad all the time, and then I start making music, and I try to I file for a like a LLC or whatever it is to try to make CGS Come Get Some Productions, and I paid like $1,100, got denied. They're like, there's this other company. So like, for me, I just threw the whole name out the window. I was like, CGS, that's done. So like, CGS is, was when I made like Motives and Cruisin' and like my first couple music videos. Then I had some friends in high school who, one of them was hella into editing videos. One of them had a drone. Like, we shot a couple vlogs, and that was 360. Like everyone had a part. You know, we had multiple people, so it was like a 360 effort.
Yeah.
And then that's why I'm saying, like, shout out to people who are in bands and groups, like, and that are still going. Like, respect. You know, that shit's really hard. So then once 360 ended, I was like, fuck this. I have to go with something that I know will always be me, no matter what, if anyone leaves. And we're not really friends anymore. Kind of went out, which, you know, sucks. But me and Austin, my boy Six Toes, we were in his room one day, and me and him would just always talk about, like, well, fuck that, I do what I want, I'm not gonna, you know.
Yeah.
And then one day we were both just like, do what I want, and
that's it.
and you know, that's it. And then it, like, it correlates with everything. So I want it to be like a label eventually for, like, you know, artists who don't want anyone to have creative control, that want to do what they want to do, you know. But also, it's more of like a lifestyle and like a brand. Like, like, I haven't got into the side of like making more logos and like t-shirts and like trying to really, you know, push that off, because I'm more focused right now on getting back onto the music hype. But Do What I Want is essentially, it's a lifestyle, it's a message, it's more than just a brand. Like, it's it's a message. You know, I can't think of anything else to say. You know what I mean?
That's basically me with Breakaway Artist Society. So under as this podcast is I've had so many fucking different ideas. You know what I mean? You know how it is. But I guess for me, like the Breakaway Artist Society is like all of us, we all have like a similar like spirit that we want to do things the way we want to do. We don't want to fucking be in a box of how all these fucking industries try to like box us and make us do all this shit. You got to go by the rules and blah, blah, blah.
I hate marketing.
So, you know, that's basically exactly the same. So I totally get it. It's like, you want it to be a brand, but then it's like a message, it's a lifestyle. It's more than just that.
It's all over the place.
Exactly. So
that's why I do what I want, because I never know what I'm doing.
There you go.
But also like it really coincides with like with how I make music. I mean, I don't know how much of my music you've ever listened to, but I do not stay on the same sound.
Yeah.
I might make songs I might make songs that like, you know, like this song I made, and then like 10 songs later, I'll drop a song that's kind of on the same wave. I
can't remember what the song title was, but there's one where you actually kind of, I don't know if it was you or it was featuring one of your dudes, but it sounded like a Wiz Khalifa song. And then there was another song that I listened to just recently, that it was kind of like, it reminded me kind of like Juice WRLD, kind of like you were kind of rocking out, but you were rapping, but then you were like singing.
I'm definitely rocking out right now. No, like I got so I have like a Brock the Kid album coming, you know, that's like my main stuff, you know, like, you know, me not getting too outside the box with stuff, just kind of my, you know, sound that's known from people, I guess.
Yeah.
But then also I have like a bedroom pop album coming soon.
I like that.
And then I have like an alternative rock.
Okay.
Coming soon.
That's what's up.
So I also just did like an EDM house song.
Okay, I love those.
Made a DJ pack. I'm sending it out to whoever I can.
Okay.
One of my favorite things about Wiz Khalifa is that he even says, why am I gonna keep dropping the same shit?
Yeah.
People, because I guess when he dropped Rolling Papers 2, you know, everyone was expecting Rolling Papers 1.
Yeah.
You can't do that. If an artist is a good artist, they will change, they will adapt, they will grow, they will progress, they will find a new sound, they will keep trying new shit. That's huge for me. That's also what Do What I Want is. It's like you just said, don't put yourself in a box. Like step outside of that shit, because it is not worth regretting being like, fuck, should I have done that?
The same shit all the time.
So it's just like with the message is huge. It's right now it's more of a message than it is a brand, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm building the brand for sure, but right now take it as like a message. Get off your ass, get out of the box, do what you want.
Amen to that. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn, that's what's up. So you're fucking smart as shit, right?
Appreciate
you. You have, you know, a vision. You're not. I know, like we're not always like 100% sure of like where we're going, but we know that there's a path, and we know
ever, though?
That we're going. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Some people like have a strong drive to go one way. They just don't know what they need to do.
Shout out for being that mentally strong, though.
You know? But I guess like you kind of answered it in a way, but I kind of want it from your mouth. Is like, what makes you different from all these other artists? Like, what are you doing that people need to know that you're doing?
Doing what I want. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, I truly think the two things that separates me is that I will work with anyone, like any sound. I don't care if we're making Spanish music and I can't understand a word you're saying. Teach me what you're saying. We're gonna learn and we're gonna get this together. I will work with anybody. And two, like with the LA thing, like I never stopped thinking I was ever gonna make music. No matter what happens, truly, like this shit will always still be in my blood. And I don't think people understand how serious I take it, you know, because like I'll sit there for like 10 hours to 2 weeks on one line just thinking like, oh my God, like not in the like perfectionist type of way, more of just like I really want to make sure that people can relate to what I'm saying and I can tell my story in a way that it can be understood from different perspectives, if that makes sense.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm vague with my words a lot, you know? So I try to leave the message open for like kind of more than one situation, see if it can tie in. And I think that's what really sets me apart, is that I am always going to try a different avenue. Okay. But I'm going to stay true to myself, but I'm always going to try a new avenue. Always. I will always give people what they want to hear from me, but I will always come from a new angle. And I think people either get too comfortable with what people like, how they sound, or they're just too lazy and don't want to expand. But me, I'll never stop. I will never stop progressing and changing. And I don't necessarily ever want any of my albums to sound the same, ever. Because what's the point?
That's
what is the point? What is the point of dropping a whole new body of work when your last 12-song body of work was the same shit?
Yep.
Makes no sense.
Yep.
It's honestly kind of disrespectful to your fans. Straight up. Yeah. You're getting them excited for what?
The same
to
shit.
Hear the same fucking beat and everything that was on, like, I don't know, shit trips me out. Like the new rappers these days, there's this one new album. I'm not gonna say the name of the artist because I don't want to, you know, but like from beginning to end, I swear to God, it sounds like the same beat. Like I listened to the whole tape because I was truly like, when's the beat gonna change? And it didn't. I'll tell you after. Okay, and you're gonna go listen to it. Okay. And you're really gonna be like, no, really, like, when does the beat change? It is the same fucking beat 12 songs in a row. Drove me insane. And then someone had the audacity to tweet that so and so is the most versatile artist ever.
Oh my gosh.
No, see, like, there's one thing I'm gonna be cocky about right now, is I'm fucking versatile. I am the definition of versatile. I will scream on a song, and then I will there's no telling what I'm gonna do. That's the definition of versatility. The definition of versatility is to adapt with what's being thrown at you. That's being versatile, not sounding a little different, you know? That's not versatile. That's you sounding different. That's not like, if you rap or sing or do whatever the same way, it doesn't matter what beat you're using. That's not being versatile. Just because you're using the same beat or the same like melody and cadence on a different beat, that a DJ could go do that and just put the lyrics that you had on one song onto another beat.
Exactly.
That's not impressive. That's not impressive at all. And like, also the game is so watered down now that like you can do the bare minimum and be praised. Yeah. Be a GOAT. Like, one of the only people within the past like 10 years that really deserve to be up with the greats, and I'm talking about like after death, is Mac Miller. Yeah. But like there's so many artists being called like the GOAT. Like, and it's just like, I'm not even saying Mac is the GOAT. Like, to me, I love that dude. Like him and Wiz, they're right here. But it's like, there's really motherfuckers out here just praising any rapper for the bare minimum. And half these motherfuckers drop a couple songs and then...
It's because they're brainwashed, bro.
Exactly.
Like, they're hella brainwashed.
So
they're
it's
brainwashed
just
with the social media and all that shit.
Yeah, and I just think people don't appreciate like genuine shit anymore. Yeah. Like, they just want what sounds cool.
They just want to have fun. That's all.
That's also why sometimes...
Want the fun shit.
I mean, I'm all for the fun shit.
Yes, but you have to appreciate the real raw shit, because it's just like, there has to be that balance.
Like, yo, party music is the best music ever. Fuck yeah, I love party music. But
you gotta appreciate
exactly
the gems. Like,
you can't call someone who only makes party music the GOAT. Or who
they ain't really
only
saying
makes
much either.
Or who only makes trap music, or who only like
the versatile
people who are the GOATs are either motherfuckers who created the lane that everyone's in now, or who changed the lane that everyone's in now. You know, like I mean, if Juice WRLD would have had another 10 years,
definitely
he would have been up. I mean, he damn near almost is, with just how talented he was with like, that dude could freestyle for hours and make sense, not be saying some bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the drugs aren't like a good thing to flaunt, but the talent behind that, man, could you imagine if he was sober? He would definitely, you know, but then there's people, who get talked about like that don't deserve it in the slightest.
I agree.
You know, like the artist I'm saying right now, like, is not versatile, like, at all. And like, when I saw that tweet, like, it struck a nerve. It struck a nerve for me, because that's been my biggest thing since I've started, is knowing that, like, I can sing, but I can rap, but I can scream, but I also have an ear for, like, oh, EDM music, but I love sad music too, so let me go here and make a song. Like I just recorded a song that's like only guitar for like almost 3 minutes, and I'm just singing.
Oh shit.
And it's just like, I can't, I want more artists to stop making the same shit.
Well, that's also the other thing, though, is you're an artist, I'm an artist. The people who we're talking about that say they're artists, they're just rappers.
They're just performers.
They're just eye candy, pretty much. They're not even, I wouldn't even categorize them as like an artist. Maybe even a rapper.
I'll agree with that.
Right?
No, it's almost like, it's more of like a like, you know, I've always said this about like Drake too. Like, Drake's great, honestly. Like, I love a lot of Drake music, but in my eyes, he's kind of always been like just a really great performer. You know what I mean? Like,
for
he's
me,
just
though,
a great,
I feel like his music is a little of the same.
Definitely,
other than the R&B shit, but it's like that. I think that's kind of maybe one of the artists that I would put in that category of like, they're like, oh, he's the GOAT, but
rightfully
it's
so.
like, it's this album sounds the same.
It's just the numbers that make him the GOAT. The numbers, like when he says in that song with Meek Mill, I got more slaps than the Beatles. No, he's saying he's got more number ones than the most famous band in the world.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a pretty dope flex right there. I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, at the same time, it's just crazy how you could be real as hell, you could be dope as hell, you could have the best music on earth, but like, sometimes if like you don't fit the image like someone like Drake would, like, it's hard. It's really hard, you know?
Yeah.
And that's another reason why sometimes, honestly, I feel like it will be a little harder for me, because I don't like yesterday I was in some like nice ass like dress pants, tucked in shirt, like shit, but then I'll come in like some fucking Crocs with Charizard on it, and like, but I'm making a screamo song, but then I'm making EDM, and then like this. It's like, I know that when I start dropping all this shit, like, people are gonna be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? But that's what I'm trying to be known for. I've been told by people where it's like, oh, you should really try, you know, sticking to one sound or blah blah. And it's like, no, that's not what I want to be known for. I don't care if it takes me an extra 5 years. If I can be known for doing what I want to do, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna like drop a song, it go big, and then be like, all right, this is the sound I need to stick to.
Yeah.
No. I don't, because I just believe that, like I said, with time, there's so many good songs. Like, okay, What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow, that got dropped at the right time. Go listen to Jack Harlow's music before that, shit slaps. Jack Harlow's great. I fuck with Jack Harlow tough. Like Warsaw is a fire ass song. That song should have been like What's Poppin', but it wasn't.
Right.
What's Poppin' was What's Poppin'. You know, like, it's all about time. Seriously. So that's why I will never stop venturing out and doing this and doing that, because at the end of the day, that's just going to open more lanes for me. That's going to be more artists that are down to work with me. That's going to be more like
You're not in a box.
Like TV show opportunities,
you can just fly anywhere you want.
Exactly. And that's the best. I feel like that, especially with like, it's 2022. Like you can damn near run a business yourself with your Instagram.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, I'm lazy with Instagram.
That's what we're going to talk about next. I'm going to ask you about that. Cause
I hate social media.
I agree. I have been like, I'm just like done with it, but it's like, I'm an artist, so I have to post. It's like fucking A. But okay, my opinion for social media is,
let's hear it.
That feels like it's a fake atmosphere on Instagram.
Definitely.
Instagram is like
I'm doing good.
It's ad central. I'm doing good. This is my life. Blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I like your post. That's it. I don't care about what the fuck you do. It's just like super ego. It's just like,
yeah,
it's a waste of time too, and it depresses people. And I would like to know, what is your experience and what are your opinions on using social media for your music?
It's needed for sure. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
My thing about social media is lately, even with getting the drive back of doing the music, like, you know, I'm not like depressed anymore. I'm making good money, like all that. It's like sometimes pressing post feels like a fucking job. Like, you know how when like someone calls you and you don't want to answer it, but like, you know, you have to answer it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it feels like to me. Cause it's like, I'll sit there high or not. Cause sometimes people are like, well, don't go to post when you're high. Cause you're just sitting there like caught up in your head.
Mm-hmm.
No, high or not. It's like, I get so like caught up in what the comments could be, or like who I could offend. Or, you know, yeah, and I can't stand it. I literally can't stand it. But then there's some times where it's like, I'll just post it like it's nothing. Yeah. So social media is very 50-50 for me.
Okay.
And like, I personally use Twitter the most.
Okay.
Because Twitter's real as hell. Twitter is.
I cannot handle Twitter. Oh
I love Twitter.
I hate Twitter.
I live on Twitter.
Twitter is like my Facebook. It's just like, I don't care that you went and got a Coke. Like,
you know why I go to you know why I have Facebook still? Because it's connected to my Instagram when I post on my stories. I swear to God, I do not open Facebook.
I don't even have my password for Facebook. So even if I wanted to, I'd be like...
To be honest, I hate the fucking layout of Facebook.
Yeah, or it's meta now.
I think,
excuse me.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg, you're a fuckhead.
Zuckerfuck.
I can't. That dude. Mark Zuckerberg, you have a punchable face and your website sucks. Instagram though, Instagram is unfortunately really important.
Yeah.
And then with TikTok, I got respect for TikTok. I ain't gonna lie, because I learn a lot of shit on TikTok.
Okay.
I'm not my lady. She loves TikTok.
I can't even handle TikTok. I don't even have. No. I had one TikTok, and then my cousin was like, "I'll manage it for you." I was like, "Okay, great." And then I downloaded it and I tried it myself. I couldn't handle it. It's too much. I get overstimulated, bro.
You'll get caught. You'll be like, all right, I'm just gonna watch one more.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna watch one more.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you've been on your phone for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
It's a trap.
But TikTok has some, like the Handsomer remix. I don't know if you know about that with Russ.
Nah.
He did an open verse challenge on TikTok. And this girl, Caitlin Raps, fucking destroyed it. Went insane. She did so good that they made the song, and all her fans and Russ's fans were requesting a longer version of the remix, and they dropped a longer version of the remix. And it's like, that's fucking dope. That you don't see that happening on Instagram. You don't see that happening on Twitter.
There's definitely a lot of opportunity.
TikTok is huge.
Yeah.
And I still haven't got on that wave yet, but like it's also like editing isn't really my strong suit, and like if you're not good with like the angles, or you don't have good edits and shit, like no one's paying attention to your fucking videos. And I'm very like OCD with certain things, and I'm not going to have a page full of like mediocre ass TikTok videos that don't even have like 1,000 views or whatever.
Yeah.
Because not that I care what my page looks like to other people, but to me that looks unprofessional as an artist. So I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out a way to drop my first TikTok. You know what I mean? Like I'm looking at it as like a fucking song, you know? No.
Okay.
I haven't dropped a TikTok. I have an account. I've had an account for like fucking 2 years.
I decided it's not for me. and I think I'm gonna live with that. If somebody wants to manage my TikTok, Hannah,
Hannah?
I'm not touching it, you know. But yeah, it's definitely fucking. There's a lot of opportunities. I think I'm more of like a YouTube person though, to be honest.
I love YouTube. YouTube is my safe. YouTube is my safe space.
Yeah.
I love YouTube.
No pressure on YouTube. It's just like watch a video, post a vlog. You're good.
YouTube, you're great. You're fantastic.
You're doing something right, Google.
Yeah. No. I think social media as a whole is it's 50-50, honestly. I do think though social media is a huge reason for people being so like depressed and shit, because like on Instagram you're only seeing people do good. Who's fucking posting on Instagram when they're having a horrible day? Even people are having a horrible fucking day.
I only know a small amount of people that do that.
Oh, I don't, honestly.
Yeah.
And even people who are having a horrible ass day will probably still post some shit like they're having a good day.
Yeah. I know some people that do that too.
So it's like, really? You never know. But with Twitter, I swear to God, I promise you know. Twitter, nobody bullshits on Twitter.
It's every second.
Oh, that's why I like Twitter, because everything is raw, and if someone's bullshitting, go in those comments. Oh my God, people are ruthless on Twitter.
I bet.
Twitter is I love that shit.
That's your space.
Yeah, for sure. If Twitter was used more by like people younger than me, I would probably have a lot stronger of a following. But I feel like everyone that uses Twitter is like everyone I talk to my age, they don't really use Twitter.
Yeah, and I have an account and I have like some content on there because I didn't know how to use it, you know, so I just post whatever. But yeah, I definitely feel like more people are on TikTok than anything. Like Instagram tried to force TikTok shit in Instagram in order to like steal people back, but it just didn't work.
It worked a little bit for me, I ain't gonna lie. I almost started doing TikTok, but then the reels happened on Instagram.
Yeah,
I do like the reels though, so shout out Instagram for this. So I posted a video as a post, not as a reel.
Yeah.
And Instagram now, just all your videos that you post goes on reels.
Yeah.
And like reels, those pop up on like just like TikTok, like it'll like a For You page. Like I'll be scrolling and see random ass reels.
Yeah.
I posted a video of me talking about dropping my project on the 8th, my remastered project.
Yeah.
With a fucking bearded dragon on my shoulder. And I looked the very next day, the shit has 4,000 views.
Oh shit.
I'm all, what the fuck? Like I'm tripping out, but it's because it was put on a reel. Like,
right.
So shout out Instagram for that part. Honestly, it's just I think it's the stigma behind posting. Like, I feel like I think I need to be perfect or something. You know?
Yeah.
It's like it's like reverse psychology with yourself. You know?
It's because you got these like professional ass people that are like tech savvy, so they make these cool ass videos,
great ass fucking edits, great
and you're
angles,
like, oh shit,
lighting,
I gotta do that.
Yeah. And then I'm like, oh, I could do that. Yeah, let's go do a open verse chat, and then I'll get the angle, and I'm like, this looks horrible. I'm not doing it. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, I can agree on that, but I do like the reels. I like the reels because I guess some of my friends, they posted like, or they recorded me performing, and they actually was able to give the whole performance, and then they posted on reels.
No, that's tight.
And I was
yeah,
like, oh
and
shit,
then
cool.
And then random people will see it.
Yeah.
And some people only look at like the first 5 seconds. Some people watch the whole fucking thing, but all that matters is once you get like so many like views on that reel or whatever, and then you get a couple more, like people look at that as like you have engagement. Yeah. And then Instagram's going to start putting your shit up there more.
Yeah.
But it's all about consistency. Like sometimes people can drop shitty videos, but if you're consistent, like it's almost like people are expecting you to drop that shitty content.
Yeah.
You know, I'm more of a go with the flow kind of guy. So I'm just like, it'll happen how it happens.
Yeah.
Whether it's I have to meet somebody, whether it's a reel pops off, or if I post a TikTok and, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But, you know, back to the beginning, it's all about time.
Yeah.
It's all that,
definitely,
you know, just comes full circle at the end of the day.
Okay, so I think I got like 3 more questions.
Let's go.
And these are all like I think, really important questions. But
love them.
You know, so this first one, shout out to Angel. This is
Angel?
Actually from Instagram. It's my big bro. He said, "Who are you as an artist? Not your music, not what it portrays you to be, but who are you? I guess as a person, maybe."
I am a dude, white boy who has been through shit, so don't fuck with me. It's the best way I can put it. I'm a bro at heart. I love partying. I love fucking drinking. I don't know why I'm fucking drinking these. Normally I have IPAs, but this is just, I went to the beach with my lady's family, so this is what I'm vibing out with right now. But no, I'm very much like I'm a down to earth. I'm cool as hell. I'll be friends with everybody. Like in high school, I was cool with everybody. There was this one kid in my art class senior year that I had went to school with him since 5th grade. I was always nice to him. Always fucking nice to him. He was always a dick to me, but I was always nice to him because he was shy, you know, he didn't have friends. But it's like, that was me. Like, I knew in like some ways, like I was like, I guess you could say popular. You know, I made music, people knew me, but it's like, I'm not gonna like stop talking to you when this person walks up, right?
Yeah.
But I'd also been through a lot, you know, I told you about the RV and like the being at mama's pad all the time. Like, I've been put in handcuffs enough times. I've had laser pointed ARs at me. Like, I've been through some shit.
Yeah.
But I can't stand rappers that make that their whole look. I think you're whack as hell if your whole look is that you're hard. Like, you're not hard.
They're
actually
soft like gummy bears.
No, literally, you're not hard, and that's why your whole look is that you're hard, because you're afraid to be who you really are.
Facts.
So I am a saw dude, bro, white boy rapper who is not to be fucked with, and I will always have something different coming out.
Okay, I like that. Next question, I guess, is the money question. As an independent artist, how do you budget for your music? How do you like?
I don't.
You don't?
It's fucked, which is also why like a manager or just a fucking guidance of some sort would be huge for me, because I am so big on no expectations, not planning anything, and going with the flow. I never know what my next move is unless it's about dropping music.
Okay.
I don't like I was saying earlier, marketing. I hate marketing. I hate that whole side, like the politics, all that.
Yeah.
No, I can't stand that shit. So honestly, I couldn't answer you on that one.
Okay.
All I know is that, and also I used to not have to budget anything. I used to be able to record myself. Like I used to work all the time back home and only had to pay a fucking $110 phone bill. So
Yeah.
I could throw money for the couple videos that I did before I moved. But now, I mean, it sucks, but all I'm focused on is budgeting my rent, car payment, and DUI fine.
Okay.
Don't get a DUI, kids. Don't do it.
Yes, please don't.
Don't do it.
Please don't.
But yeah, honestly, I feel like the budget's gonna come more for me. Like, I'll start really focusing on a budget when I notice my momentum. Right.
Okay.
Right now, I'm like someone in like physical rehab, like trying to bend their knee again.
Okay.
Like I'm getting there. I'm almost getting to walking, and when I'm running, then we'll worry about what the budget is.
Okay.
But right now, it's almost impossible for me to have a budget with how up and down my money is right now.
I feel that.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like, I mean, I opened a second account, like the current bank account, like the online banking. Dope as hell. You get paid 2 days early. Fucking 3 different savings accounts. It's tight. It's for sure really dope. I think I have like 100 in that account, you know?
Yeah.
And I try to forget that I have it. So it's like, I guess, you know, I am thinking about budgeting, but I literally can't.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just curious because, like, if you don't make your own beats, if you don't, like, you know, mix yourself, you gotta, like, if you're making music, sometimes you gotta think about, like, okay, so if I got this project, you know, like, what I used to have to do I think I only did this for 2 projects, was I had to basically make a budget list of, like, you know, where are my beats coming from? Am I going to make all my beats, or am I going to buy some? You know, am I going to pay for this and that? Like, so I had to make like pretty much like an estimate of like how much this project would be, and then keep track of that shit.
Wow, I've never thought of it like I swear to
usually
God.
don't, but for those 2 projects, it was like from a grant I got. So I had to like think strategically
because you had the money to be able to use, and you wanted to use it wisely. For sure, that's fucking dope. For me, a lot of songs, actually, well, not a lot of songs, but like project wise, I'll find a beat and then I'll be like, damn, I really like this beat. And then I'll click on the next one and realize it's the same like YouTube channel, like the same producer.
Yeah.
And then I'll go on their channel or their thing, and then I'll click their BeatStars, and it'll be like buy 3 get 1 free.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Okay, that's smart.
That's what I do all day.
I try to find those. I can't find them.
No, I think it's easier for me just because like whatever I hear, if I like it, I'll find something to it. It's just that, see, that's not the hard part for me. Like I can make a song to anything.
Yeah.
But it's more of just like budgeting, marketing, like being consistent with it, you know.
Yeah.
And now that I'm in a spot where I can, oh my God, I can't wait to make it rain with my music for real. Like, gosh.
I'm curious on like what is your distribution kind of setup like?
I use DistroKid.
DistroKid.
Yeah.
Okay. What is your experience with that? I'm curious because I've had a bad experience with Distro.
See, for me, I haven't made money at all yet, so I can't really say I've had a bad experience with them.
Not money wise. My issue wasn't money wise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's chump change for me.
You know who I have a bit of an issue with is United Masters.
Oh yeah, fuck them.
They're
scam, bro.
They are the biggest joke ever. Like you do not get to see what platforms your song gets put on.
Really?
Nope. I'll open my shit up right now. I do not know like the 7 to 10 songs I have posted through United Masters.
Take that shit off. Move it.
Don't know where they are.
I would take that shit off.
Like I haven't got there yet. I will for sure. But with DistroKid shows me where every platform my song goes on. If a new platform gets added to DistroKid's distribution, you have the option. You can open up your song. You can re-release it onto those new platforms. I like DistroKid because it's the easiest one I've used, and I get shown everything.
It's the subscription thing. I think that's like the best. That is the thing I liked about it. But for me, my issue was the collaboration thing. Is like, if you're collaborating with someone else that doesn't have DistroKid, then you can't properly give them their share.
I had that issue.
That pissed me off. And then the second thing was, for me, customer service is the biggest thing, because I've worked in customer service, so I'm like,
customer service people suck.
Their customer service was like sketch when I was trying to like get that shit figured out.
Sketch.
That it was just like a robot response every time, and then I'd be waiting and waiting and waiting. But that's not even it. It was even hard for me to even find the support to like email them. So it gives you like, frequently asked questions, and then it gives you a
that shit. Take that shit off of your page. Do not, any website, when I go to click for help and I see a frequently asked questions column, I want to rip my hair out.
Yeah.
Because
there's no help.
That is the biggest. All the frequently asked questions are shit I could figure out on my own. I'm obviously clicking help because I've gone over all the fucking bullshit you're trying. Oh my God. Customer service is like the biggest scam. The biggest scam in the world. Amazon should. I don't know how Amazon companies like that shit's crazy, bro. The customer service is.
That should be the biggest part.
Oh my God.
That should be the most important thing.
No, because who cares about people when you've taken their money already, right?
Yeah.
That's what all these big companies,
you know? That's the unfortunate part. But
it is.
For me, like, those 2 things for DistroKid, it sent me away. I was like, I don't give a fuck about your subscription bullshit. I will pay, because also they were doing that thing with the forever thing. You pay extra and you get it forever. It's like, bitch, I'm already paying to fucking distribute it.
Yeah.
Like, why do I have to pay again to keep it up? Like,
it's bullshit.
I'd rather just pay one time and then set it and forget it, and like, you know.
Yeah, like, why does it have to be something that I have to? I don't know. Yeah, no, I feel that's stupid.
Yeah.
I haven't had to deal with that yet. Now I'm scared.
Well, you should be fine, but for like, at least for me, I'm kind of like I said, I'm the YouTube person, so I'll go in and like check the reviews and shit. And there's been so many like reviews about like big artists that have like, you know, a lot of streams and shit that were on DistroKid that had the same issue with the customer service thing. And I guess some of the money is like, if you're like getting money from different countries and shit, you gotta like, you know, there's a whole process in that. So it's just like, I'd rather go to a company that doesn't have issues. Like, just I want to talk to someone. I want to talk to someone.
Exactly.
You know,
I think the reason that I didn't get into like politics and shit, because I'll argue. Like, I love it. Like, I will not argue, but like I will sit there and like
debate.
We can debate all day. But like, if there's one thing that really strikes, like, grinds my gears, you know what I mean? It's that big companies not fixing small little like minor inconveniences, and it's like they get away with it. That's what like if I went to school to be a lawyer, I would be that petty ass lawyer that would find ways to sue Amazon for not having correct customer service, or like DistroKid. Like, I'm telling you that I would be that petty, because I don't think it's right that someone fucking posted yesterday a picture of Elon Musk. Dude's fucking pale. You could tell he lives in the office. Jeff Bezos, fucking tan, ripped, on a yacht, doing all this shit. Like, and he just gets away with like fucking everyone over.
Yeah.
I had an argument with Amazon one time because they wouldn't let me return a fucking product that they sent me broken. And I'm sitting here arguing with this lady.
Wow.
And she's arguing like, bitch, do you care about Amazon that much? Like, you're gonna sit here and fucking defend Amazon over like an $80 product that y'all sent to me broke?
Yeah.
And it's just like they get away with that shit, and that drives me insane, because
what was it that was broken?
I don't even fucking remember. I just remember arguing with the lady.
Wow.
That's how irrelevant the product became, and then it was just like, damn, so y'all really want to have some customer service like this?
Yeah.
That's all I can remember.
Bro, for me, Amazon is like Walmart.
I love Amazon.
If I can avoid it, I like the prices, but at the end of the day, most of it is like cheap China shit. Let's just be real. It's just
for
like,
sure.
And then it's like it comes broken, or if it comes like wrong, it's like,
it's like, y'all don't make me sign anything when I order saying that if I get it broken, I have to whatever. So no, bitch, you're giving me a refund. I was so disrespectful. She started getting disrespectful with me first, but I got so disrespectful.
It's funny because they record those calls too.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear it. I'd love to hear how I was that night.
Yeah, I try my best to avoid Amazon. For music shit, I'll try to go to like Sweetwater, or like
Sweetwater's great. Yeah. I get checked up on like every 6 months. They're fucking great.
I got a salesperson or whatever. Guitar Center's trying, but it's like annoying. Like, they'll call me and I'm like, bro, I'm not looking for anything to buy right now. Like, don't call me.
Email me like Sweetwater.
Exactly.
Come on. I'm still probably going to unsubscribe, but email me like Sweetwater. Shout out Sweetwater. I think Dudu checks on me. His name's
Sweetwater.
David.
If I could work there, I think I would. I'd be pretty happy to work there.
Sweetwater's dope. Seriously.
It's sweet. They give you candies and shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
Who the fuck gives you a Jolly Rancher when you buy an Apollo? Not Guitar Center.
Exactly. Fuck it, eh? Okay, I got one more question.
The final.
Actually, I got two, but this is the final question before we wrap it up.
All right. Okay.
So, you dropped a lot of gems, okay? There's no fucking doubt about that.
Thank you.
But what is the most important thing? What's the most important message or tips that you want to like tell people that are pursuing music?
I don't know. My biggest tip is like cliche, but like do what you want to do. Like, don't, like, Wiz Khalifa's my favorite artist, but I don't sit there and try to make every song sound like him because I look up to him, you know? You gotta look up to people for more than what they like look like or sound like, or like, because everyone has inspiration, right?
Yeah.
But there's never gonna be another Wiz Khalifa. There's never gonna be another me. There's never gonna be another 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Ever. So you can't compare yourself at all. You can look up to someone. You can even, steal swag from them, or like a flow, or like certain slang they use. Like, that's great. Like, good for you. Like, that shows that you look up to people. That's great. But you can't expect to be like them. You know what I mean? So like, I honestly my two biggest tips are no expectations, and don't get caught up in other people. Worry about you, especially moving away, not being around friends anymore. This is honestly for more of like younger people who are still in high school, and for you immature oldies who still need to get a job. As soon as I left Gilroy, like I looked at life so much different. Like my friends stopped hitting me back. One of my friends, literally, I Snapchatted them and I was like, "Why are you always leaving me on red?" Straight up said, "Well, we don't see each other anymore." I said, "All right, cool."
Wow.
So it's like motherfuckers are gonna get caught up in friends like that with wanting to please other people instead of just being themselves and doing what they want, you know? So at the end of the day, you stay true to yourself. You can look up to people, but just look up to them. Don't strive to be them. Strive to be greater. Wiz Khalifa, right? I'm sorry, I'm using him because that's my idol. But like this dude's never gonna stop progressing and getting better. So why am I gonna want to be just like Wiz?
Yeah.
No, I want to be better than Wiz. I want Wiz to be my competition. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like with anything, like stay true to yourself. Seriously. Like stay true to yourself, do what the fuck you want to do, and do not compare yourself to other people, because then you'll just be crying, woe is me. That's it. That's all you're gonna be doing. Well, so and so's this, I did this, and I did that, and it worked out for them and not for that. Great. Go make another song. Shut up. You know?
Keep grinding.
I just, you know, like, and again, I'll catch myself complaining, doing that shit too. And it's like, I do it my damn self, so I know other fucking people do it, because with no matter how like headstrong, self-confident I am, like you will catch yourself in those moments.
Yeah.
So
we're all human.
Exactly.
You know?
So don't get caught up in someone else. You can look up to them, but don't get caught up in them. Stay true to yourself. Do what the fuck you want to do, and don't expect shit.
Boom. Mic drop.
Exactly.
I want you to talk about a little bit of that don't be scared shit, because that was what we were talking about, but it was off.
So not being scared as in like
to do shit, like as an artist.
Well, like, you know, yeah, like I was saying, like I will never be intimidated by who I work with. I don't care if it's Pharrell, because I know that anything he throws at me, I will be able to do, because I'm not scared. I know what I'm capable of.
Yeah.
I know that I have different sounds. I know that he could give me a drop it like it's hot beat, or he could give me a happy beat, and I will fuck either one of them up. I will do better than him on the song.
Damn straight.
No, like I have such confidence in myself that, like, put me on a song with Wiz, like I'm making it a competition. Like
Yeah.
I will do better than him in the song that we have. He'll have to record a new verse, because he's gonna be like, damn, this newbie, no, I gotta do a new verse. Don't ever be scared. I don't care if you don't have confidence in yourself. Guess the fuck what? Walk in the room acting like you do, and motherfuckers are gonna speak to you like you are. Because, you know, little side note, I completely changed the way I dress in LA, because I'm managing now, right?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers look at some kid with a hat on backwards with my hair popping out like this, dressed in Dickies and Converse, and I'm telling them what to do. Oh, they don't like that. I mean, look at me. You know what I mean? I'm just some 23-year-old skater looking kid.
Yeah.
But I put on some nice dress pants, no show socks, clean shoes, fucking tucked in shirt. Oh, motherfuckers are quick to respect me.
Good.
Don't be scared. Don't fucking be scared. Act how you know, like, with how materialistic and, like, you know, social media eyes this fucking world is, like, it truly is like the first thing is the looks. Straight up. Yeah. You could walk in looking J. Cole bummy, but be rich as hell. Carry yourself like you're bummy. People are going to think you're bummy. Carry yourself like you're not. People are going to treat you the way you treat yourself, honestly. Like, I believe in, you know, treat people the way you want to be treated. Respect is a two-way street.
Yeah.
But also, people are going to treat you how they can tell you're treating yourself. If you're walking up looking like an idiot, people are going to, like, they're not going to want you to come up to them.
Yeah.
If we're in a studio and you're acting scared, I'm probably going to think twice about having you on my song.
Yeah.
Because then it's just going to be like, damn, they're going to waste their time, record their verse. I'm not going to like it. And then I'm going to have to tell them, like, hey, I'm not dropping that song.
Yeah.
You know, don't be scared. Never. Being scared is only going to make things worse. I'd rather go in there and make a fool out of myself confidently than be a little bitch and leave with a bunch of what ifs. I mean, because at the end of the day, like if you're a fighter, you'll never know if you're gonna get knocked out until you step into the ring, right? You can't be scared.
Yeah.
Because if you're scared, you're gonna get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
You know. So like, it's
facts.
Life is a bitch, but it can also be a gift. So don't be fucking scared about anything. And I don't know if that sounds vague to people. Just don't be scared. I don't know how to tell you.
That's pretty straightforward.
I don't know how to tell you to not be scared. You to not be scared.
Yeah.
I don't know how to tell her to not be scared. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, figure it out, or else you're gonna be lost.
Yeah.
See, like for me, anytime I get anxious, scared, mad, sad, whatever, I will tune everyone out, and whatever song is stuck in my head, probably for like a solid 3 hours, it just plays over and over, and then I suddenly forget. That's like my coping mechanism. I've always done it. I'll just sing or rap or whatever the song is over and over and over.
Yeah.
Until I'm either not mad, not scared, not sad, whatever, you know? And I'm telling you, it works. If it, for some people, it's snapping a wristband, if it's focusing on your breathing, if it's fucking going on a run before you come to the studio, or go to do the tryouts for the TV show, or whatever the fuck it is you're doing, figure out what you need to do to not be stressed out, to not be scared. Because the moment you go in to do something and you are scared, you drop the ball. And you don't want to drop the ball. You want to hit that swish. You don't want to get into the ring and get knocked out. You want to do the knocking out.
Don't be scared. Hashtag do what I want.
Seriously.
Right?
Fuck yeah.
No expectations.
Hell yes.
All right. Closing up.
Let's get it.
This has been really, really awesome, I think. Like,
I've enjoyed every minute of this.
Happy.
Hell yes.
I feel you have lifted my spirits. But
yeah, let's
I want to know, I want you to let people know what you got in the works, where to find you, and to remind them who you are.
All right. So I got haven't even done the cover art for this yet. It's coming. But so I have back in 2017 I dropped Almost Happy, little EP. And now I'm dropping Trying to Be Happy. So it's gonna be a little trilogy, you know, then it's gonna be Happy will be or Finally Happy will be the last. But
I like that.
So I'm dropping don't have a date yet for it. It's gonna be within the next 2 months for sure. I'm just trying to get the momentum back with the singles and stuff. But yeah, this project Trying to Be Happy is I get pretty deep, honestly. That's all I'm gonna say. I get pretty deep. One of the songs on the project that I recently, it's the most recent and the last song that'll be on the project. Like I get so deep, I cried recording the second verse. Like I had to stop, chill out for a second, and like re-record it. So I got really, really deep. You know, just letting the depression out of the 3 years. You know,
that's that therapy music right there.
Oh yeah, it listening to it still, I get goosebumps. I literally haven't even shown my lady yet because I know she'll like freak out. So I just let her listen to it by herself, you know, and let her talk to me about it after she's reacted, you know. But yeah, so and then after that, I think I don't know what order it'll be in, but I have the bedroom pop album. It'll be more of like an EP. I think it's only going to be like 6 songs, unless I find more beats that I really like. And then same with the alternative rock album. I'm gonna call it Brock Rocks. Get it?
Hey.
But yeah. So those are the 3 things I got in the works right now. Plus this project I'm dropping on the 8th, and like I want to say like 8 more singles, maybe more. Honestly, I have so many fucking songs, but you can find me on any social media at 22 Brock the Kid. That's BROCKKTHAKIDD. Got it. You got to do the A. It ain't an E. That's important to me. Don't know why. It's important to me though.
Okay.
Yeah, on any social media. Don't have TikTok yet, so why I do, just no videos. I will never stop doing this music shit ever. Expect music from me at least once a month till the day I die. Go follow me. I'm going to have a music video out very soon. Not very soon, probably like a month, but to me that's very soon.
Hell yeah.
I've been working my ass off, and now I'm going to start, making my lemonade. Hey. There's no Bombay in this one, but for anyone that knows, Bombay and lemonade, that's me. But yeah. No, I really had a good time doing this. This is honestly the type of stuff for music that I live for, is the connecting, talking to people, hearing people, or letting people listen to me talk about whatever the hell it is.
Yeah, sharing
whether
your story.
I'm on this, whether I'm rapping. Mm-hmm. But I just think this is beautiful, and I want everyone to be a part of it.
Definitely.
So, 22, Brock the Kid on all platforms, aka Mr. Do What I Want. You could look that up too. You'll find me. That's my new handle, Mr. Do What I Want.
And this is your technically first official, like.
This is this ain't technically. This is my first podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got the exclusive right here.
Yeah.
Artist at work. This is an artist at work. This is a perfect example of a fucking artist at work. Okay. Make sure you guys go follow. Okay.
Damn.
Please support. Do not sleep. Do not be scared.
Listen, Gilroy has a fucking big ass ball of fire. It's just nobody wants to join in on the fun.
It's okay. We'll keep burning shit.
Exactly. Fucking, I can't wait, honestly, because we'll look back at this in like a year, maybe 10, who knows, whatever. We will be big, and it will happen, and motherfuckers are going to recognize. And that's the most important part. That's really all that matters, is just being able to say I did it when it happens, Mm-hmm. Don't expect shit. Keep working hard. Do what the fuck you want to do. And stay motivated, seriously.
Yes.
Stay motivated, stay positive.
Keep creating. Keep experimenting.
And love your life. And love the people around you. Honestly, that's important too. I want to end on that note, actually. Like, you really need a solid group around you. Whether it's like, doesn't have to be your music team. It could be family, whatever. Yeah. Like, you got to have a solid support system, or life is hard. And that's just the cold, hard truth.
That's the truth. Yep. Love your life. Love the people in your life.
And love what you do. Mm-hmm. Don't do some shit just because it's good money. I wouldn't be managing if I didn't fuck with my job. Swear to God. Fuck no. But I do, so I am.
Yep. And that's why I am not working at Gap anymore. Hey.
Fuck you, Gap.
Fuck you, Gap. But you heard it here first. This is the Artist at Work podcast. I'm your host, 1AM. Brock the Kid, the exclusive interview, starting off the brand new season. Make sure you guys follow, tune in, rate this. This is some fucking, there's just hella gems up in here. So
share with your homies.
Share this shit and stay creating. Peace.